Greetings, kings and queens. Rebellious Spirit here, and here we are once again for another MBE Talks. So the topic for today is going to be emotions. So, what are emotions? Well, to understand the concept, we must first look at the word. Emotion. What does that mean? Well, let's see. Energy in motion. So you see, the word itself is telling you that emotions are nothing but energy in motion. That means that whenever we feel anger, hate, lust, love, and all the emotions under the sun, that they are moving through us. It's energy in motion. So whenever you're feeling down or you're feeling a negative emotion such as anger, just know that you're not going to be there forever. You know, a lot of us tend to get depressed because we feel this overwhelming emotion inside of us and we don't know how to deal with it. I want you guys to remember that it's only temporary. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. And yes, even love, unfortunately. But I feel like the reason why emotions like love don't last forever is because we're not just supposed to love one person or one thing for a set amount of time. I feel like the whole world needs to experience love. So we can't get stuck on one thing. We gotta spread our love to everything and everyone in our lives, even to ourselves. So now that we talked a little bit about what emotions are, let's talk about where do they come from. So where do emotions come from? Well, let's see. A lot of people think that emotions come from the heart, that we feel love or we feel heartbreak. It all comes from the heart. But actually, it's not the heart where it comes from. It's actually from the mind. Everything comes from the mind. The mind interprets and the heart feels. So whatever the heart feels, the mind interprets, and it becomes emotion. You see what I mean? Anything that you feel within yourself, it all comes back to the mind, because the mind is the one that decodes everything. So if it comes from the mind, then we're able to control it, because we have the ability to control our mind. As a meditation instructor, there's a constant phrase that I always tell my students. Your thoughts are like clouds. You have the choice of acknowledging them or just letting them pass by. It's whatever you give your energy to that your life becomes. If you constantly give attention to your negative thoughts in your head and you keep feeding that thought, then your life becomes that thought. If you are constantly thinking about hurting somebody or hurting yourself, eventually you're going to hurt yourself or somebody else. If you're constantly thinking about being happy or loving people, your life is going to be full of happiness and love. That's just how it is. We create our own reality with our mind. Once we learn to control these thoughts and acknowledge them properly, we have the ability to change our entire lives completely. So what does this mean? It means that you are the one experiencing these emotions. You are not your emotions. By knowing this, it gives you control over your life. By knowing that the emotions are just coming through you and you have the choice to experience the emotion or keep it inside, that gives us the power to live our lives in a different way. Now, I'm not telling you to not express your emotions. I'm telling you to become aware of the emotions when they're occurring. For example, if you feel anger or contempt towards somebody for whatever reason, you have the choice to express that anger in that very moment. You can inflict physical harm to them. You can do whatever it is you want to do to express that anger towards them, or you can take another route. Instead of expressing that anger to that person and hurting somebody, we transmute that anger into something that will become productive for you. Use that anger, transmute that anger into something that will make a positive change in your life. What would be a way? You can work out, you can run a couple laps around your house, you can get a punching bag and just punch the punching bag, you can draw something, you can build something. It's all about transmuting the anger into something constructive that won't hurt somebody or yourself. That's what it's all about. It's about noticing these emotions that can have a negative impact on you or your environment and transmuting that into something that will help you or your environment. This is the secret, guys. This is the secret of changing your life for the better and taking control of your situation giving yourself back the power. We tend to give our power to our emotions, saying, oh, I got angry because so and so did this to me. They should have done that to me. I don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that whole revenge programming in your head. Like, I have to do something about this because this person hurt me. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to go out and hurt somebody or yourself, as a matter of fact. You know, it's all about expressing that anger in a different way. This is the new way of thinking. This is the new age. Now, in the age of information, the age of Aquarius, things are changing. The way we do things, the way traditions are breaking down, and we're building a new system. This old system of doing things, it doesn't work. So it's crumbling. We have to adapt or we get left behind and we stay in the old world. And those who stay in the old world are not going to make it. So, what can we do to help us control our thoughts, to then control our emotions? Well, before we get to that, I want to let you know that suppressing your emotions is basically like committing suicide. If you're suppressing anger, if you're suppressing hatred, if you're suppressing sadness, you're slowly killing yourself. All this trapped energy in your body that's of negative frequency causes dis-ease. Dis-ease, right? That means your body's out of balance. When your body's feeling a lot of negative energy, it causes dis-ease or sickness. So we have to keep our bodies in balance. How do we do this? Like I said before, by transmuting this energy into something positive, something that can help you or others. Once you do this, you learn how to control your anger, your sadness, your happiness, all these emotions. The more you practice this, the more control you have over your emotions and your life. One last note I want to make. If you are to take control of your life and change the way you think, you have to first start with you. What do I mean? You need to stop judging yourself. You need to stop hating yourself. You need to stop telling yourself that you can't do this or you can't do that. You gotta lift yourself up the way you want to lift others up. Or if you want to lift others up, just lift yourself up. And by lifting yourself up, you're gonna be lifting everybody around you up. Because people follow by example, not by word of mouth. Do more, talk less. So stop judging yourself, start loving yourself, and start accepting yourself as you are. Once you begin to do this, everything around you will begin to change for the better. Well, guys, this is everything I wanted to talk about today. I'll definitely be making more of these emotion talks. I'm thinking about making on specific emotions. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know down below. If you're interested in hearing about different emotions and how to deal with them. If you have any questions, please DM us at mind_body_elevated. Also, we do have services such as meditation, personal training, breath work, stretching, and we also have a booking site if you're interested as well. Just DM us if you're interested down below. Thank you and have a blessed day.